Hey, y'all think, now what happened is all the people who lost last time stopped clapping. So, y'all gonna let that hit go in 2020. Let's go.
I must have hit the button. Okay, so, how did everybody enjoy the game that we did yesterday? Good. So we're going to change it up a little bit here today. I made the assumption that the majority of people understood open line bonuses and cab bonuses. Okay, that's my fault. Because it really seems as if we got to go and do a deep dive with that. And it's going to be fun, I promise you. However, the company, now that we're into products, it's been really, really honed in and focused on getting customers, which is great. It's the only way any business, even illegal businesses, make money is through customers. Agree? Right. Okay, but our business takes that amount of income and adds it by a multiplication factor. So imagine if Amazon just did a store at the corner in Seattle? Is that where they started? In Seattle? Imagine if they just opened one store. They could only do as much as that one store could possibly do, however many customers they could open. But they understood the ability of being in everybody's household. Matter of fact, you don't even need a house. You just need a cell phone with internet connection. And you can get Amazon delivered. Well, you do need an address, okay? But basically turned everybody into a source of funds for Amazon, which is why they're the richest company, I believe, in the entire world, okay? You can do the same thing with your 5 links business. If you're just getting customers yourself, then you're limited to the amount of time that you can personally go out and acquire customers. Agreed? Yes. But you can open up distribution angles, just like Amazon did, and we call those business partners. Every business partner, as they produce, you get a small piece. Everybody understands that, right? So that's why it's so important. The company actually compensates you to build an organization so that you can receive the income and get paid the same way that big businesses do. Okay? But you have to do the work. But the only way that you're going to do the work is if you know how much money you're getting paid for it. Who likes to go to work not knowing how much they're getting paid? Yeah, you better not raise your hand. Okay? Everybody wants to know the amount of work that I put in, I'm getting X amount of dollars. So unless you know that, unless you understand the amount of money that you're going to make by growing your organization, you're not really going to put the effort that's required to build it out there. Okay? So the company compensates you financially for growing a huge organization. So what we're going to do, in everybody's table, there's a reason why we don't have contestants up here, because I don't want you sitting back and being entertained. I want you sitting back and learning. So every table, pull out a pen and a sheet of paper for everybody there, and we're all going to do this together. And I promise it'll be fun, okay? Let's go to the next slide. Now, I want everybody, just raise your hand each table if you're ready with the pen and paper. And we got to do this quick. I've only got like 10 minutes. You're good? You're good? Okay, this won't work on cell phones, I promise you. Pull out a pen and a sheet of paper. We got to go old school. Okay? You guys good? Yeah. Good? Everybody good? Pen and sheet of paper? Good. All right, excellent. You're an executive trainer. Next slide. You personally recruit 3 qualified IMRs. Now, if you notice, every time I say this, I always say qualified because it matters. If they're not qualified, you don't get paid anywhere in anything I'm going to show you. And if you don't understand what qualification is, ask somebody here. The majority knows. Next slide. How much did you earn in cabs if you're an executive trainer and you personally recruited 3 qualified IMRs? Next slide. Go to work. Now, if you need help, remember, you're an executive trainer. 3 qualified IMRs. You eat off of this one right here.
Right.
3 times that number is what?
6.
Excellent. Next slide. Perfect. All right, we got that? Everybody good? Next slide. You're an executive director. Congratulations. Next slide. You personally recruit 2 qualified IMRs. Next. Your executive trainers recruit 2 qualified IMRs. How much did you earn in cabs? Next slide. Okay, remember, you're now here. That's what you did. That's what your ETs did.
120.
Yes, question?
Should be 120.
What's that?
Should be
Oh, we're going to get to the answer in a second. Yeah, I don't have a buzzer for you, so you don't get a green light. See, this is what I like. I can actually hear and feel you all thinking. Good, good, very good. 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 Excellent. Okay, I only have 5 minutes, so we got to speed this up. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, you're an executive director. Personally, as an executive director, let's go back. No, go back the other way. Remember, executive director, how much do you earn on your own efforts? $40. Correct. Next slide. So that's 2 that you put in times 40 is 80. Now, you also get paid from the executive trainers. Let's go back 2 slides, go backwards 2. Remember, the executive trainers, they make the 20. But you don't make the 40 from their efforts. You make the difference between the 20 and the 40, which is $20. Okay, let's go advance 2 slides. Perfect. So your executive trainers, you're going to make $40 based off of their organization's efforts for a grand total of $120. Everybody get that? Yeah. We good? Yep. Next slide. You're a national director. Congratulations. One step away from the prize. You personally recruit 2 qualified IMRs. Your executive directors recruit 2 qualified IMRs. Executive trainers, 2 qualified IMRs. Next, how much did you earn in cabs? It's the last one. Let's go. I should see pens and... Oh, repeat the question? Okay, let's go back. Remember, you're a national director. You personally recruit 2 qualified IMRs. Your executive directors recruit 2. Your ETs recruit 2. How much did you earn in cabs total? Next slide.
How many?
Cheat sheet is here.
Usually it's the 95, 75. Yeah.
Okay, for those accountants in the room, the ETs are direct to you as a national director. If you don't understand that, we'll explain it later. Okay, we gotta speed this up. So let's get to the reveal. Okay. Well, go back. And then again. Yeah. I didn't put anything at the end? Okay. All right. Think about it, I'll make a change.
So he's the ED for the executive trainer. He just told us that it's last month. would have been 410 if he was not the director. It would have been 410, but he gets an extra $40 for the actual ED and how's your cute grandchild?
Oh, he's good. I'm so happy I'm going today.
Did you invite anybody to the PBRs that we're going to do after this? Did you invite anybody? We're going to do PBRs at 6:30. So we have one at 3 here. I'm going to do at 6:30
Okay, guys, because I had to quickly adjust this from the game to this, there is no slide for the answer, so I'm going to go through it with you. Okay? Everybody ready? We had to do some math real quick in this. Okay, so remember, you're a national director, you personally recruited with 2. Your EDs recruited 2, and your ETs recruited 2. Okay, so how much did you earn in cash? Quickly. Next one. 450. Anybody else got anything other than 450?
No, 450.
340.
Yes, 450.
60.
450.
370.
450.
330. 190. Okay. Okay. No. That means you're thinking. I love it. Okay. So let's show you how it works. National director. 2 qualified IMRs, that's you. That's 2 times this number. What is that number?
95.
190, that is correct. Your executive directors did 2 qualified IMRs. That's the difference between this number and that number, which is 55, which is 110, correct. Your executive trainers, and here's the part that a lot of people mess up on, all right? Your executive trainers recruited 2. These people are direct to you. That's the difference between this number and that number, which is $75 per person that you earn as a national director, for a grand total of $450. Got it? Awesome. Okay, quickly. We're going to go to this. We're going to go through this really quick. You're an executive trainer. All right, take the pens. Come on. Stop talking. Start writing. You're an executive trainer. You personally recruit 4 qualified IMRs. What is your open line bonus? Next slide. Ready, good, set, grow. You're an ET. That's your cheat sheet up there. What's the answer? 200. 200. Absolutely correct. Okay, next slide. You're an executive director. Personally recruit 4 qualified IMRs. Next. Your ETs recruit 2 qualified IMRs. Next. What is your open line bonus? Alright guys, my time is up, so let's wrap this up.
5 for
They don't get to count the ETs.
Okay, time's up. Let's go through it. Next slide.
So that's $100. And then there's 6 for your team bonus, which you qualify for.
Executive director, you did 6 total. Remember, yours plus theirs is 450. Go back one. Go back one. Yes, as an executive director, if you're an executive director, it's you plus everything your entire organization did. Okay? And since there is no 6, you broke through at the 5 where you earned that, but you didn't hit the 10. And even though there's nothing in the middle, you only earn what you achieved, which is the 450.
Right.
Okay? Next, executive trainer.
So it's
You
actually
earn 200.
4. So
Do you understand
200.
why you earn 200? Let's go back to,
So now that's
you earn 200 because you can't add these together because your executive trainers get their 2. They earn the $100 bonus. Okay, if you had one ET, right? You only earn what you did. So executive trainer, you did 4, that's 200. The answer is 650. Are we
because
good?
they have to
And
count
some aha
both
moments?
executive trainers.
Yeah, so just a little bit of activity pretty much puts a lot of money in your pocket. Okay, let's put it all together. You're a national director. We're going to scream through this. You don't have to think. I'm going to think for you. You're a national director. You personally recruited 5 qualified IMRs. Your EDs recruited 10 qualified IMRs. Your ETs recruited 5 qualified IMRs. How much did you earn in cabs? Next. You might want to write that, wait, go back one. You might want to write that down so that you can do the math later. 5 for national, which is what you are. EDs, your EDs did 10, and your direct ETs did 5. Let's go to the next. Okay? 5 times 95, 475. Next. Executive director, that's 10 of them, but you earned a difference, remember? That's 55 times 10 is 550. Next, executive trainer. From you to them, the difference is 75. It's 150 for a grand total
1175.
of 1775.
Well, I thought it was 5.
What's that?
It would be 5 from the ET.
Isn't that right?
We'll cover it. Wait, go back. Go back 2. Go back 2. All the way to that. Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, so let's go past these. See, this is what happens when you add too quick. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, let's go on the open line bonus. You're a national director. You personally recruit 5 qualified IMRs. Next. Your EDs recruit 10. Next. Your ETs recruit 5. Next. How much did you earn in open line bonuses? Okay, next. This is your open line bonus. Write that down. Write the 5, the 10, and the 5. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. National director, 20, 1,500. Executive director is 10 at 900. Next. Your executive trainers, 5 at 200 for a grand total of 2,600. Now, the point of this last part was not the exercise of going through how to get the numbers. It's the fact that you have to add this to that open line number that we spoke about before. Because the activity was the same. Everything that we did in open line was exactly the same activity that we did in the cabs. So you add your cab money to your open line money, and that's how much you made for the month. So you see that? Even from just a little bit of activity, 5 Lanes Corporate pays you a lot of money to help you build an organization that creates customers. Do you see that? So the benefit of everything from here is to raise your knowledge of the amount of money that you can make to build an organization that will fund you and your family for years on end. Okay? Everybody good? Well, thank you all for participating. It was very educational. I'm glad that you were thinking and getting that knowledge level up. And with that, I'm going to bring it back to the next. All right, sir? Diamond Senior Vice President Kurt, the champ, and yourself.
Let's give it up for Tillman, y'all.